Ah, wine.
Red, white, rosé.
We love it all.
I'm Rhoda. That's me.
And I'm Matt.
And we work at Epicurious, where real home cooks go to be inspired. So we made a wine to inspire you.
No. This isn't a cooking wine. Those are totally gross.
This is a wine for people who cook, love great ingredients, and want to make sure their wine works just as well in their pan sauce as it does in their wine glass.
There's only one problem. We have no idea how to make a wine.
So we flew to California and met up with winemaker Linda Trotta to learn how a wine makes it from grape to glass.
So join us as Epicurious learns to make a wine. Good. For the first step in our journey, we hopped in our wine buggy. Yep, right there. Rolled up our sleeves and headed deep into the vineyard. What part of the process are we in right now?
The vine is switching its energy from growing leaves to ripening fruit.
Can I taste one?
Sure.
Is it going to taste like wine?
Depends on what wine you drink.
That's a good point.
Pretty tart. Not quite wine yet.
Not yet. You have work to do before it becomes wine.
How do you know when it's ready to be harvested?
Chemically, we measure the sugar and the acid, but we're also looking at flavors. And when it tastes and feels right, that's when we pick it.
So that pretty much wraps up the whole wine growing process, and we can move right along.
But Matt, what about the red?
Oh, it's the same, right?
It's totally different. Just listen to Linda.
The thing about most wine grapes is that the pulp, all it is sugar and water. So you could make a white wine out of a red grape if you just separate the skins from the juice right away. But with red wine, we want everything that's in the skin.
Grape growing, check.
Next up, we jumped back on the wine buggy and followed Linda back to the fermentation room, where juice becomes wine.
That's also known as the good part.
These are refrigerated tanks. Very soon now, we're going to be picking that fruit and bringing it in here for the fermentation process.
That's what takes it from grape juice to wine?
Right, exactly. The first day is really exciting. You know, as a winemaker, you get one shot a year, and we can't mess up.
The crazy thing in me is there's just such a foresight with wine that is like, if you screw up something now or whatever, you don't have a chance till next year. What's that feel like?
Yeah, well, I actually hadn't thought about it that way till just now, so thanks a lot.
Next, our wine gets put into barrels.
That's sort of like a long-term storage facility, but a lot more fun.
So where are we now? We're in the barrel room?
We're in the barrel room.
Yeah? What kind of barrel is this?
It's got some Zinfandel in there, which should be pretty tasty. In order to taste the wine out of a barrel, we use what's called a wine thief.
A thief.
A thief.
To steal the wine.
We're going to steal some wine.
All right,
yeah. We'll taste it regularly throughout its life in the barrel, at least once a month. Yeah.
So what are you looking for? What's happening?
The first thing I'm looking for is making sure nothing's gone wrong.
Right.
So it hasn't turned to
like
vinegar.
off
There's no off flavors, no off aromas, nothing spoiling.
So we're going to head back and do a little bit of wine blending to kind of figure out what we want our wine to taste like. Is that what's going to happen?
Exactly, yeah. The wine's gone through the aging process. We've got it ready for you to put together and put in the bottle for you.
I don't know about you, but I'm just glad we finally get to drink some wine.
Matt, there's still more work to do.
Oh, right.
So what we're going to do now is take these wines, we're going to make a Chardonnay and a Cabernet and play with some other varieties just to give the wine the nuances or the character that we're looking for.
So it's kind of like a recipe.
Exactly like a recipe. It's a lot like
cooking. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Exactly. First thing we're going to do is taste the base Chardonnay on its own, give it a little bit of a swirl.
Why are we swirling it?
We're releasing the aroma compounds.
Releasing the aroma. We're going to make it smell
You're
more.
going to make it smell better.
Okay.
Smell
all right,
more,
very good.
smell
Okay,
better,
cool.
yeah.
Just trying to translate.
And that's where things get a little hazy for me.
Right. Well, Linda and I did a lot of work while you were busy mastering your swirl. This one's tasting really good to me. Yeah. This is the Chardonnay Chenin Blanc blend.
Yep, that's the winner.
Love it.
Love it.
Bottle it.
Great.
And then we got to do the same thing all over again with red wine. And then we did it again.
And again.
And, well, did we do it?
Have we made a red wine?
We did.
Gosh, I made 2 wines today. Rhoda,
Great work.
Linda.
Cheers.
We totally made that wine.
And it's really good.
Nice job, Rhoda.
Nice job, Matt.
This whole wine business thing is really hard work, but I think I can get used to it. So, our flight tomorrow morning, you want to...
Oh, I'm never going back.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.